I'm Zyanya Shorey, but I go by Zany, and I'm the Community Resources Manager for Southern Maine Agency on Aging. And for the next 20 to 30 minutes, I'll be going over some of the programs that we have to offer. So our mission, we are the focal point in Cumberland and York counties, and our main role is to connect residents to resources, services, and information to empower older adults, adults with disability, and their caregivers to live to their fullest potential. We have around 70 staff members that work, and over 300 volunteers who are also part of different programs. And annually, we serve around 19,000 clients. And with our values too, we foster an environment of belonging and inclusion. We try to interrupt ageism and empower other voices. Here are some of the highlights from the last year that I thought would be interesting to show to everyone. Um, so one of them being the Meals on Wheels. That's one of our programs that we offer. And last year we delivered over 200,000 meals. We served over 16,000 meals in congregate settings. We have an adult day program as well, and we provided over 19,000 hours of care. Um, the other program too that we have is Medicare Counseling to Cumberland and York County residents, and we have provided one-on-one counseling, and we helped around 1,000 over individuals. And then I work for the information and referral line, so we have supported over 8,000. Okay, so some of our programs. So our goal is to have this age in place. We provide them with resources and information to help them maintain their independence, and also by addressing a big topic, which is social isolation. And we actually have a phone pals program that helps clients. And we also, as I mentioned earlier, one of our values being belonging and inclusion. So for community services, so we have a lot of different programs under this umbrella. One of them being our community resources, which I'm the manager for that team. And we have 3 resource specialists that are able to direct clients to resources in their area. We can provide assistance with applications too if needed. If someone, let's say, is curious about what they're eligible for, and they're not sure, we can take a peek at their monthly income. And according to that, we can see what they're eligible for state benefits. Some of these are heating assistance. That's definitely a big one. Food stamps, main care, the Medicare Savings Program, which helps pay for copays and deductibles, Part A, B. Um, and we are also able to provide information in regards to transportation and home support. Um, and a lot of clients that call us, they would call the 207-396-6500 number, which I'll have at the end of this presentation as well. But I did want to share my screen too to show you how to do or how to send referrals. If you're you yourself are sending a referral, if it's a friend, neighbor. So this is our website. So on the URL, it's SMAA.org. And we have a lot of different resources in this website. So please feel free to browse around after this presentation. But in order to do a referral, you would go over where it says for older adults. Then you would click on community resources. We actually have some resource lists here. This is the form what you would be on. And you would put your information here, or the client's information, whoever you would like us to follow up with. And as long as we have their consent, we will give them a call and hear all the different topics that we are able to help with here. And then you submit it, and that's sent over to our referral email. And I monitor that as well as some of our other resource specialists. And on here, we also have a provider link. So this is a HIPAA compliant form for any physicians, which is pretty similar to the community links referral. Very similar to the first one. It's putting demographics and the topics that you would like a researcher to follow up with. Yes, and so a lot of the clients that we connect with, they do ask about a lot about state benefits, what they're eligible for, and also our interactions are a little bit shorter. Someone might call for looking for a phone number for information on taxes or a legal resource. But if we find someone that might be struggling with following up with resources over the phone or is unable to meet in person with one of our resource specialists, then our care coordination team comes into place, and they're able to actually do home visits. And so the other services that we also help with is Medicare Counseling. So we offer also Medicare seminars, which is an overview of different Medicare plans. And we also have trained Medicare counselors that provide unbiased support and assistance to Medicare beneficiaries, and just to really help them understand their choices with plans, because that can be really complicated for sure. And we do have an open enrollment period that starts October 15th until December 7th. So we actually start having clients try to call us 1 or 2 months prior. Then we have our Money Minders program, which we match a person with a volunteer once a month to help them balance their checkbooks, their mail, help pay their bills. So this is, let's say, if a spouse passes away and their partner doesn't know how to balance their checkbook, or maybe they have a tremor or they're blind. And we also have our Phone Pals program. So we would pair our trained volunteers with the client based on similar interests. And the volunteer would be able to connect with them 1 or 3 times a week to have a friendly conversation. And our family caregiver support team. So this is designated for unpaid family caregivers who assist older adults or a person that has dementia. We have a respite program. So this covers partial costs of paying someone else to care for a loved one with dementia. And this care might take place in the home, like in-home care services, adult day programming, for up to 2 weeks of overnight care in a facility. And it allows caregivers to actually submit up to $5,303 in respite expenses per fiscal year, or an 80% reimbursement. And the eligibility requirements for that is to have a written diagnosis of Alzheimer's. We also have classes. So we provide one-time workshops, and we also have what is called a Savvy Caregiver Program, which is a statewide educational program for families and and friends caring for someone with dementia. It is like a 12-hour training, but they go over a lot of different community resources and stress management as well. We also have support groups. These are actually offered at our Biddeford office or also via Zoom to help connect with other caregivers and cope with the challenge. We also have kinship families that we support. So these are usually grandparents or other relatives that are age 55 and over, who are raising minor children. And we have our wonderful adult day program. So this provides really a home away from home for people living with memory impairments like Alzheimer's and dementia. It is open Monday through Friday, and members who are part of it, they do private pay. Or if they also have main care, we can take that. Or if they're part of the VA as well. And a typical day might include a lot of different fun activities. We have art session, we have baking, exercising programs, music. We also have pet therapy on Fridays. We actually have one of our wonderful staff members. She brings her dog every Friday, and the dog even has like a little employee ID, and the title is ambassador. It's and really the members love it, right? And then we have our nutrition program. And one of our programs being our Meals on Wheels. This is such a wonderful program. So we provide 5 frozen meals a week for adults who are over the age of 60 and or homebound. So meaning they have difficulty preparing meals for themselves or they're not able to drive. The deliveries are typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 to noon. And also, if someone is under the age of 60, you would be eligible if you have Social Security disability. And our volunteers will actually be delivering the meals to people in their homes. There is a suggested donation. But what I really love about this program is it's more than a meal. It's also a friendly wellness check. Maybe the only person that they see all week. It's really important. We also have our community cafes, and these provide participants an opportunity to socialize with other attendees and enjoy a lunch together. Some community cafes, they offer entertainment such as bingo, games, educational opportunities, and you can find these cafe locations on our website. We also have the As You Like It program, which this is a voucher for individuals to go out to dinner at restaurants for affordable prices. This is for anyone who is over the age of 60. And currently, we do have 4 restaurants that are participating in this. And we have our Age Well or Wellness program. This one of them being a matter of balance, and it is a falls prevention program that through education it helps decrease the risk of falls, helps flexibility, and helps you have better balance. One of my favorite ones is the next one, Tai Chi, which this one is a little bit more low impact and it helps improve your strength and your flexibility as well. We offer virtual classes as well. Um, and these are also found in our website. We have conversation cafes too. These, I believe we started these when COVID happened. So these are meant for socializing, meeting with new people, connecting with others, and each week they have different topics and have icebreakers. Okay, so this is a benefit checklist that I did want to share with everyone. So this is pretty much what all of our research specialists use on a daily basis. So when we do get a phone call, this is kind of what we use to figure out if someone is eligible for state benefits. Like I said before, some of them being food stamps, main care, heating assistance program. All right. And I did want to go over some community resources, where to go for resources in your area. So, really, depending on which county you live in, you can definitely connect with your local area agency on aging. So if you live in Cumberland or York County, you can definitely connect with us. But there's also 4 other agencies on aging for the whole state of Maine. So depending on which county, definitely trying to connect with your local agency. Um, and there's also age-friendly communities, which a lot of these they provide activities for seniors and resources, general assistance too in your town. What a lot of people might not be aware of is that they can help pay for rent if you're low income. Also, sometimes the church might have some emergency funding as well. There's also through Catholic Charities, there is the Relief and Hope funds, so that sometimes they're able to help with rent or with food. So Salvation 211 is really good. It can help figure out what's available in your area. And for funding, actually, our agency, we have two different fundings. One of them being the WIN fund, and that stands for When in Need. So if someone is struggling with paying a CMP bill, heating, or if maybe they don't have any food that day, you can definitely try and through like Instacart, get a delivery to them. The things that a lot of our clients call us for, we also have a pet fund, which is one of my favorites too. So if someone needs help with a vet bill for their dog or their cat, something that we can help with as well. And some of the common calls that we get, a big one right now, we unfortunately have such a big housing crisis. So we do get a lot of phone calls in regards to that. But we have a really large database at SMAA, and we have these amazing resource lists that one of our staff helps with, and we're able to provide those to clients. We go over those resources with them, and if they need help with applications, we can definitely do that. Um, Also, in home care, if someone needs help with light housekeeping, then typically we would send out a list or Catholic Charities they can help with. Or if someone needs a little bit more help, like a bathing and dressing, then assessment. So what Maximus is they are the state's main or the state's assessing service agency, and that they determine eligibility, long-term care. Reports, this can be either at home, so maybe having someone come into the home and help, or if they might need help later down the road with assisted living. And we also have Medicare. And as I mentioned before, we have our ship counselors that are amazing. They can help with plan selection, and we also have seminars. The other one being a loneliness. So this is when our phone pal programs is really just is so amazing. 1 or 3 days a week for 15 or 30 minutes, and it's just having someone there. We also have a transportation program, and SMA, we actually also have a list of providers for medical appointments. Some of the more popular ones in Cumberland County is the Regional Transportation Program, and the other one is York County Community Action. And there's also a lot of different other uh, towns that have volunteer transportation networks, and I did want to go over some of those. One of them is YCAN, which that one stands for Yarmouth Cares About Neighbors. And this is for Yarmouth residents only, so they can take them to medical appointments around the Cumberland County area for free. There's also Freeport Community Services. So this is also free, and it's for Freeport and Pownell. Another one is the Independent Seniors Network for the Portland area. And they do have, I believe, an annual fee. I'm not sure how much that is, but they do have a fee there. Um, for York County residents, there is, as I mentioned, that York County Community Action. Well, there's also Age Friendly Biddeford. Yeah, those are just a few. Okay. So these some of our locations and hubs. So one of our main hubs is our Biddeford office. So we are located at 30 Borough Road. And then another one that we opened up last year in Springvale. So we are able to provide a lot of programming. We have our adult day programs on both locations. And we also have walk-ins, which we just started about a month ago in our Biddeford and Springville locations. These are Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 to noon. And meet with any of us. If you're in on Friday in Biddeford, then you'll see me probably. Um, we also have a resource specialist for the town of Yarmouth, and she goes to the Merrill Memorial Library there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is only for Yarmouth residents. We also have someone at Unity Gardens in Wyndham, and she's there on Wednesdays. And then we have a resource specialist also going to Portland Public Library the first Wednesday of the month, and the Riverton branch. And upcoming, we actually have someone in my team who is going to be going to another hub in Cary called Mainspring on Thursday afternoons. And another one, I'm actually today reporting from our Portland upcoming office. So we are going to be planning to opening up a Portland center later this year. Right now it's not open to the public, but it's going to be following a similar model to Biddeford and Springvale in terms of program offering. I do want to mention that, we really wouldn't be able to do the work that we do without our volunteers. They're just so amazing. And if you're interested in volunteer, please reach out to us. Or if you know of someone that might want to volunteer or someone that might need our services, reach out. And in this last slide, I've put our phone number and us our email. Definitely trying to, connect with us if you want to connect directly with the community resources team. Definitely calling that local number, that's 396-6500. We are option 8.